Hi everyone, welcome to this updated shoe video. So unfortunately, I couldn't gather up all my shoes. Some are being borrowed, some are at the cobbler's, some are in my car. I just couldn't make the time to gather everything up. I really wanted to shoot this video because a lot of you guys have been requesting it. I decided just to gather up what I have here and shoot a quick video and then tell you a little bit about each and every single shoe. So I'm gonna start with my most favorite pair right now, which is this right here. This is Woman by Common Projects. They're the zipper boot. Zipper in the back, tiny heel. My boss was like, so what do you want for Christmas? I have the best boss in the world and the best job in the world because there's so many good shoes and they're so generous. They always give me stuff. So yeah, so I got this for Christmas. Everyone at my work actually has this shoe now because we love it so much. So I highly recommend this if you can get a hold of Women by Common Projects. Definitely just try them on. They're true to size. They're great. They're made very well. The leather's really nice and they age well too. Another pair of boots that I've been wearing a lot lately are these guys from Choice, and I've talked about these a lot. They kind of remind me of the Rachel Comey Ibex shoe. That's the reason why I got them, and they also look a lot like my dad's shoes with the toe cap right here, and they're just super comfy. They're true to size. I've been asked this quite often. I actually got a size 39. I'm usually a size 38, and they're big on me, so I wish I would have gotten a size 38. So a few years ago, I bought a pair of Doc Martens 1461, I believe. They're just like the regular Oxford shoe, and I bought them in black, size UK4, because the girl at the counter was like, hey, that's a size 7.5, that should be your size. I didn't do any research and I really wanted them, and they were made in the UK, so I bought them immediately. Unfortunately, they were a lot too short for me. When I put them on in the store, they were totally fine, but over time, your feet swell. So I highly suggest sizing up. So this is a UK 5. I actually had them resoled too because the sole was way too big and gummy, and I wanted them to look like a pair of Oxford shoes. I had a pair of like oxblood or like burgundy colored Diaper Restrepo Oxfords that I really loved, but then my cousin was like, oh my god, can you order me a pair? So I tried ordering her a pair through Diaper Restrepo, but they don't make them anymore, so I decided just to get them like polished up and cleaned up and everything, and I sent it out to her in BC. And I know that she'll wear them a lot more than I do. They're just a very practical shoe, easy to walk in and everything. So I started taking care of these guys instead to make up for that. And I love the color of these because they're not brown, they're like oxblood. They're super comfy, they're super broken in, and with socks, they fit perfectly. So when I first got these are the Rachel Comey Boyer smoking flats in the color caramel, and when I first got them, I wore them to death. But if you're thinking about getting them, just remember that they do run a half size big, so size a half size down. I got a size 7.5. Really should have gotten a size 7 because they're a little bit too long for me, and they kind of like flip-flop around now that they're too big. But they are super comfy and they're almost like house flats. They're just wonderful. And this is one of my go-tos. This is the Emerson Fry slide shoes. And I actually had them re-heeled recently because I wore them so much, and then had them resoled right here too, and then painted all black on the bottom. I know I went kind of crazy at my cobbler. I have this amazing cobbler in Irvine, and it's like totally out of my way. It's like 30 miles from my house. It's in Irvine. It's called Culver Shoe Repair, which I'll try to link down below if he has a page or something like that. But I know that you can send him stuff and then ask him to do things too. But he's wonderful. It's such a good investment because if you're going to spend a lot of money on a pair of shoes, it's better to upkeep or pay for the upkeep of a pair of shoes rather than to buy a brand new pair of shoes. Well, in my opinion. I love these shoes so much. They're just so comfy and they go with almost everything, and they look like, you know, house slippers. So yeah, they're a great investment in my opinion. Birkenstocks, I think these are called the Arizona. These are just so nasty now, but I bought these like last year, and then now they're like everywhere, so I wear them at home now, but they're super comfy. So yeah, I do have a pair of shoes that I wear around the house, and they're my Birkenstocks. Or during the winter, like right now, I'm wearing my Uggs. I know you guys are probably like, what the fuck, you wear Uggs? But they're so fucking comfortable. My mom got them for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and I was gonna tell her to return them, but then I slid my foot in, and oh my god, it's been love since. So these guys, I actually don't know what they're called, but they're Rachel Comey, and they're just high heels, and they're just good for weddings and stuff like that. They're just a very basic pair of shoes. They're kind of hard to walk in, but they're just so sexy, and I just had to have them, and I really like the cutout on the side, so I love these. I don't really know what to say about them. I don't know the name of them, so I'm sorry about that. So I started seeing this shape around like a bunch of like different e-commerce sites and stuff like that, and this brand that I really love called Adetache makes a pair of shoes called the Eleanor, and they look kind of like these, but I found these at a thrift store, and it's just a basic like older woman shoe, like a thicker heel. But yeah, I started seeing the shape around everywhere. So I went to a thrift store and I found them. I found them everywhere actually. And I found this in my size, and it's just a navy blue pair, and it's from this brand called The Shoe Loft. I believe it's like an older woman's shoe brand. They're super comfy, so it's wonderful. So I'm kind of iffy about these, but they are Rachel Comey. I forget what they're called, but I wasn't kind of like sure about them because their heels, they're kind of narrow, and I don't know, I just felt like they weren't very summery, but they're not very fall either. And then I saw them on a model wearing them with socks, like gray socks just up to here, like crease socks, like how Alexa Chung wears her, what are these called, clogs? And I just like them a lot, so I decided to keep them, and yeah, I love them. I actually put a lot of my shoes on like my closet sale and stuff like that, and some of them go up and then some of them get taken down because I changed my mind. Shoes are hard for me. They're like a strange investment. Like I'll put a lot of money into a pair of shoes and then I'll pay for the upkeep, and then one day I'll just get sick of it and I'll decide to post it on my closet sale. But for now, I'm gonna keep these. I like these a lot. Okay, so these are another Rachel Comey pair. You guys see a pattern here? I love Rachel Comey. So these are called the Ensemble, and they actually used to be all gray. I was like, oh man, I really like them. I like the shape of them. I just don't really like the color because it was like a beechwood right here, and then a lighter gray, and then light gray, and then like a silvery metallic thing. And then I took it to the shoe guy and he did it for me, and it looks amazing. I love them. And they look really good with socks too. So these are the Justin in calf hair in galaxy print because it's kind of speckled. And yeah, they're called the Justin. They're just Oxford shoes. They're made for women in Paris who walk on cobblestones. So the bottom of the sole right here, it's kind of like sticky. Not sticky, rubberized. So it's just easy to walk in, and they're super comfy. I was kind of iffy about these because of the calf hair. I wasn't sure if they would be a lot of upkeep or a lot of work, but then I ended up just buying a brush to brush them away, so I like them a lot now. Okay, so these are Marni Flatforms. They're just a beautiful, beautiful green color. I love them so much, and I love the texture and everything, and I've always wanted Marni shoes or Marni Flatforms, and I bought like so many like knockoff Aldo pairs or like Jeffrey Campbell pairs and stuff like that, and then finally I bought these, and then I wore it a couple times, and then I was just like, I don't know why I hyped it up so much. So I'm kind of on the fence about these. I don't know, like I love them so much. I just don't know how I would wear them, if that makes any sense. And they're flatforms, so they're pretty easy to walk in, balanced, but they still give you a little bit of height. I just love the color so much and the texture. If they made a wallet out of this, I would buy it. Like a Comme des Garçons wallet out of this texture and color. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I've worn it like a couple times. These are nothing special. I just thought I'd mention them because I've been wearing them a lot lately. They're just a suede pair of Silence and Noise from Urban Outfitters flats. They're pointed flats, so they look a little bit more sophisticated than a ballet flat, which I have like a couple pairs of ballet flats in my car right now because they're so freaking comfortable. But yeah, I've been wearing these a lot lately. For tennis shoes, like whenever I jump rope or work out or whatever, I know these aren't the best shoes to wear, but I've been wearing these. These are karate shoes, they're faves, and they are, I don't know, they're so nasty right now because they're so dirty, but I love them. They're just so comfy, they're kind of bouncy, and you can get these at Amrag. So when I was like around 19 or 20, I used to be in love with these Chloe shoes, these guys right here, and I loved them so much, but I could never afford them. So I bought these Jeffrey Campbell shoes called the Riser, and I think if you guys have been following me for a long time, you would know what I'm talking about, but I've been wearing those like so much. Like I wore them to death. I wore them to the ground basically, and I loved them so, so much. And I kept trying to like find it. I even contacted Jeffrey Campbell and asked them if they could make or reproduce the same pair, and they were like, oh no, we can't, sorry, but we do have other shoes that are very similar, and they sent me these links, which is pretty sweet. But in any case, it wasn't the same, and so then I decided to finally bite the bullet and buy these because I do work a lot now, and so I bought these. Actually, hold on one sec. Okay, so these are the Jeffrey Campbell Risers. So they're just like the knockoffs of these shoes right here, and I don't know, I love them. It's just worn out so much, and there's really no coming back from there. So then I bought these. They're super clean. The color wasn't exactly spot on, so I actually even had my cobbler color match. So I think he did it pretty well. Like it's pretty close. But I love them, they're super comfy, and I can tell why Chloe charges so much for a pair of shoes. I mean, they are designer, but yeah, they're just made very well. They're made a lot better than the Jeffrey Campbell. So I'm really happy about these, and I want to keep them for the rest of my life. So these are the Marlin by Robert Clogerie, and they're in this like beautiful like cinnamon tobacco-y color. And I just love them. They're super comfy. The heel's nice and thick, but it's a little bit like tapered even, so it kind of reminds me of like bell-bottom jeans. I don't know what else to say about them. They're just super comfy, easy to walk in. A really nice pair of shoes. Okay, my Pia Flyers. They're just really nice, comfortable, and I love wearing them whenever I skate to get like coffee. Like whenever I have time in the morning, I'll skate to the local coffee shop. I love wearing these because they just kind of protect the foot and everything, and if I fall, then it's not so bad. You know what? Actually, I was skating down the street. This is Alamitos right here, which is in Long Beach, and it's kind of bumpy over here, and I totally ate shit. Like, I always eat shit, but one day someone recognized me and someone like they commented on my Tumblr and they're like, I just saw you eat shit wearing knockoff Converse, but these are Pia Flyers. They're not knockoff Converse. Do people not know what Pia Flyers are? They're just so wonderful. Like, I've never been a Converse person. I've had like a few pairs here and there. I've never had high tops or anything like that. And I've always loved Pia Flyers. Just like, even their logo is amazing. So yeah, Pia Flyers. All right, so those are my shoes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry I couldn't share with you all my shoes, but you know, I tried my best. I gathered up as much as I could, and this is a pretty long video regardless. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.